Now, welcome to another news from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right. I hope you enjoyed. I did do a little new opening. I was excited about that, but on to the news, yeah. Sorry. Happy Lego Star Wars Day.
Yay, after 20 years in the making, right? 20? Something like that?
Something like that.
Feels like 20, yep.
Yeah, we're excited, obviously. And we know you are too, so we are planning on doing some Let's Play on this channel.
We haven't played the game yet, unfortunately. We are doing this first, and then we're going to play the game. We're going to try to do a Let's Play of it. I don't know how that's going to go. We tried to do a Let's Play of Knights of the Old Republic. I don't know how into that people were, but we'll try to finish that somehow, too.
The game's old and stale. This one's fresh and crispy.
True, but we will. We haven't forgot about the Knights of the Old Republic. We do want to talk more games, play more games on here, so we will figure that out.
Yeah,
But
so stay tuned.
sometime tonight, hopefully, the first part. And if people like it, there will be more parts. If they don't,
If you want to watch
there
us
won't.
play or just listen to us
Ramble. Bicker, ramble, whatever it is we end up doing.
All right, at the very end of this video, you're also going to hear a spoiler, possible rumor, spoilery thing for Kenobi. We're putting it at the very end.
Just so we don't, if you don't like that kind of thing, obviously, you
Yeah.
can either skip there, wait till we get there, whatever. If you do like that sort of thing, I should say. But if you don't worry about it. Click away when that's done.
All right, Star Wars star Daisy Ridley has returned to social media. She deleted her Instagram account in August 2016, which is something the actress really never talked about why she did it.
Not in detail, no.
Not in detail.
She did give some
People did,
speculated.
speculate that it was because of the Star Wars franchise, blah, 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 blah. In 2021, she was asked about her lack of social media presence, and she had responded, "I have managed to separate my personal life well from my professional life, partly probably because I'm not on social media. The statistics that link social media sites to anxiety are terrifying. I have friends completely addicted to their phone who have suffered with this problem." I mean, hey, we all have that one person we know, or multiple we know who
multiple
are
people we
addicted to their phones, who have to share every minute of every
Yeah.
moment, and
Yeah,
awake, asleep, it's on Instagram,
I can
Facebook,
certainly,
Twitter, whatever.
I think we can both think of a person who does that extensively every moment
So
of
I can
their
definitely
life.
respect her taking a step back.
Well-
She has also stated that she feels totally satisfied with how her story for Rey finished. That there are so many amazing characters in Star Wars that she's watched episodes of The Mandalorian and was like, you know what? That is a place it can go beyond, and she's excited for it. So
Sure. Well, what irritates me about, not irritates me about Daisy Ridley, is she can do what she wants. I'm always, do what you want, do what's best for you, right? But what irritates me about this is how many stories you read about this, and the headline is Daisy Ridley quits, social media because of all the Star Wars hate. And not only has she never said that, but I mean, if you actually go back to 2016 when she did quit, she had posted an not anti-gun violence, just about gun violence and how terrible it is in America, and she got tons of backlash for that. And ironically, people called her a hypocrite because here you are in Star Wars, you're in a film series called Star Wars with guns and lightsabers, and here you are trying to preach anti-violence. So she quit shortly after that.
So that could have been the icing on the cake?
I mean, I think that I'm not saying she doesn't get any hate from Star Wars fans. Obviously, everybody, if you're on the internet and you post your opinion, you're going to get hate from somebody. That is a simple reality. I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm not saying that makes it good. It is just a reality of the internet. I certainly get plenty of hate. I've had people tell me to go kill myself, for crying out loud. So it happens. That doesn't mean it's right, but let's try to be fair here. We always want to paint, people who didn't like the sequels as these vicious monsters who are attacking everybody on Twitter. And sure, some of them do. But she's never said that, and if we look at it, there was that post. It seems to be what kicked her off of social media, or why she left.
Decided, yeah.
And then for her own personal well-being, too. So let's try to be a little more honest in the media. Sometimes I know that's asking for a lot, but I don't know. It always irritates me when I hear that's why they left, even though you read the article. It's always the headline. She left social media because of all the hate from the Star Wars fans. Then you read the article in it. At no point does she even mention Star Wars.
No, she never mentions that's why she left either.
No.
So.
No, she's never really said that. Even Kelly Marie Tran is never like, it was because of all the Star Wars hate. And again, same situation. I'm not saying no one bullied her. I'm just saying, is that the reason? Are there other reasons? Does it just... Some people don't want to be on social media. Some people don't want to post their whole life out there, which I think is a good thing.
All right, let's move into our next story. It's a look into Marvel's new Obi-Wan Kenobi 5-book comic miniseries. The series is going to be launching on Star Wars Day, May the 4th, and you're going to have all but one issue available to read before Kenobi comes out on the 27th.
Interesting.
Yeah. The series is going to give us tales of Kenobi's life, but unlike the new live-action miniseries, this is going to span his entire Jedi life. The first issue is going to be beginning with his time as a youngling at the temple before he even meets his eventual master. Each issue is going to cover a new adventure from a different period in his life. So issue 1 is 8-year-old Obi-Wan adventuring into the underworld of Coruscant. The series writer explains that writing Kenobi at any age means focusing on certain aspects of his character that have always been there, like his loyalty and a deep connection to certain people in his life, being honor-bound but willing to push the boundaries when need be. We should see this in all of it. It's those other Obi-Wan's hardwired traits throughout the series. There's preview pages I've been putting up here on the screen for you to see the young boy leaping into action against less upstanding citizens. The stories are all going to be shown in flashback form, which is really cool, because they're going to be shown as old Ben attempting to record some of his memories in a leather-bound journal. Yep.
Which we've seen elsewhere in the comics, which is a cool little connection, sure. Which I hope we see in the Kenobi series. That would be cool to see him actually writing in it there and have a connection.
Or just purchasing the journal would be enough for me.
Well, whatever, yeah, just even sitting on a desk somewhere. Mm-hmm. Because that's one of the curious questions. Are we going to have another complete retcon of the comics? Because as a lot of you know who do read the comics, there is, I think it's 3 issues of the main Star Wars series, the first edition of the Star Wars series, first volume, that deals with Kenobi roughly 10 years, after Revenge of the Sith, which is the same time period as the show. So is that going to be retconned? Is that going to be taken into account? Are these new comics, this new series, going to connect to the show at all, or just be something that tries to take advantage of the fact that the series is coming out?
I think you know the answer to that.
It's the latter, yeah.
Yep. So we're going to see him like as a Padawan to his master Jin. We're also going to see some new intense moments from the Clone Wars.
Ooh, well, that's cool. I hope we see some intense moments in the Clone Wars in the Kenobi series. Some flashbacks to Anakin and maybe Ahsoka as well.
Maybe. Okay, so we're on to the final story, our spoiler story.
Alert.
So,
Red alert.
If you're not interested in rumors...
Potential leaks, rumors for Kenobi, which I certainly understand if you want to go into it blind.
Then have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
All right. Rumor has emerged for a surprising post-credit scene in Kenobi.
Dun, dun, dun.
The new rumor claims that we're going to see at least one, possibly multiple, post-credit scenes that are going to set up the return of an iconic character from Star Wars lore. What does it mean? What character do you think they're setting up?
I don't know. Do I want to know?
Star Wars lore. Could this be maybe an EU character showing up?
Could
that
be.
Could be really cool.
I suppose.
Somebody different, perhaps, that we don't...
Usually it's like some character that
they didn't
everybody
say
already knows.
From films, they said lore.
Interesting.
So the exact wording was lore, which means I'd like to think it's somebody from the EU or somebody we've never seen on screen or something new and interesting and not just, we brought back Cad Bane again.
We squished it. We made his face look a little better. It's not so bland and puffy.
All right, so we also hear from Making Star Wars that the second episode of Kenobi features a post-credits scene, and I think this is going to be a different scene than the one we just talked about. The scene is going to begin with Darth Vader healing in a bacta tank. Episode 2 will supposedly end with Obi-Wan reuniting with a young Leia, prompting a disturbance in the Force. Darth Vader will sense this from his bacta tank, with the post-credit scene ending with his eyes popping open. What are your thoughts?
No.
I know. I kind of feel the same.
No.
I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but why would those two coming together form a disturbance in the Force?
Well, I mean,
he shouldn't sense Leia at all. He's bad at that.
Well, he's really bad at sensing. Like he tortured her. He blew up her planet. I mean, Tarkin kind of blew up the planet, gave the order,
was
but
there.
He was right there. He was like holding her hostage essentially for who knows how long. Never sent. I mean, her resistance to the mind probe, is impressive. Yeah, because she's force sensitive, Vader. Like you didn't get that.
Kid.
She's your daughter, man.
Didn't even get that. Yeah.
The idea that he would, maybe it's Kenobi he's sensing. Obviously, that's got to be it. I mean, but the idea that
whatever that third Jedi is, remember that Nari or whatever.
Yeah, Nari, the fairy from.
No, that's Navi. But no.
I know. I like to get that look out of you. Like, how do you not know that? Well, I know that, but I know that you know. I don't know. But anyway, no. Why? I mean,
I don't know. I just don't understand why there would be a disturbance with the two of them getting together, why Vader would actually notice her. What is the play
we're
they're
not
doing
guaranteed
here?
that I mean, it seems to be that somehow that's going to trigger him sensing Kenobi, because if he senses Leia, like I said, it makes no sense. It doesn't align with anything from before. And if he sensed the presence of this, I'm assuming he would feel the strong presence of a Force. He's not going to just let that go, right?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, is that going to prompt him into action or just him into sending Inquisitors?
Well, I would think if he senses something that big, he's going to himself. That's probably what's
I
going to
hope
lure
so.
him out. I'd say the first 2 episodes are going to be all Inquisitors, and then we have the big event that draws out Vader, which apparently is Kenobi and Leia, if this rumor is true. Which we don't even need Leia in this series. I don't know
Nah, we
why we
don't.
need to bring Leia into the series. Like,
I wouldn't care if they saw her like in a background if Bail is talking to Obi-Wan or something or communicating with him. But I don't care if you show a picture, show Bail
well,
talking on
sure.
his communicator and see young Leia in the background. But I don't think she needs to be. She's supposed to have a pretty good sheltered life.
Yeah, I don't need. I mean, I don't know. Even if you watch A New Hope, it doesn't appear that she's when she leaves the message, she's basically explaining who she is, and
Well, how old are Luke and Leia in the series?
maybe about 9.
How close are we to the book she was in when she was young?
Well, they don't care about that.
I want them. They're making a timelines book. They better darn well care.
Oh, I pity the person who tried to put that timeline book together.
I do too.
But no, I don't think we don't need Vader. Like, I mean, maybe they're trying to tie it into the New Hope line, a presence I've not felt since, that one time I was sleeping in the back to tank, and
Darn
I felt
back to
him. I
tanks.
felt him through the Force for some reason. We heard Deborah Chow's explanations a few days ago that gets you excited, and then sometimes you hear these leaks and rumors, and they might be completely false and just
Well,
made
the way
up.
they're explaining, they
But-
not translate to the way it looks on screen or the way it's handled.
Well,
on
sure,
screen
but I
as
mean,
well.
it's this roller coaster. Sometimes all the speculation is you get yourself too worked up, you get yourself expecting bad. It can be a double-edged sword, the speculation, because some people are just expecting it to be horrible. Some people are expecting it to be this profound experience that changes your life, and it's probably going to be neither one of those things. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. So as much as I love doing speculation, I love theory crafting and doing all these things. Sometimes, yes, it is. It can lead to disappointment. So we're going to keep talking rumors. We're going to keep talking the series, obviously. But, I'm trying to keep my expectations just be good, because it needs to be good. Because of all the characters in Star Wars, you can't get Kenobi wrong. Especially after you arguably kind of botched the Boba Fett series, another very popular character in Star Wars. A lot of people weren't so fond of it. So you got to get Kenobi right. Got to. There is no alternative here. This is a Sith absolute to get this one right. But anyway, is that all we got? All right, that's all we've got for you this time. So now take to the comments below. Are you playing Lego Star Wars? Is it everything you've been waiting the last 20 years for? Tell us what you think about these leaks and rumors. Tell us what you think about this Kenobi comic book series. Are you going to read it? Do you care about it? Do you think it's going to even be relevant to the Kenobi series on Disney+? Whatever the case may be, leave a comment below and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.